everybody, I am here with a little create with me. I'm working on a Japanese themed journal, and I was just sitting here piddling away on it, and I thought, you know, maybe I'll turn on my camera and spend some time chitter-chattering with you guys while I was working on this. So November is over, and I'm kind of just don't have anything really planned for December. I'm working on a quilt, and then I have a friend of mine who asked for a Japanese themed journal, so I thought, I'll work on that. So here I am working on that. I have a big stash of material that I'm working with. I have collected Asian themed, Japanese, Korean, Indian, Buddhist type stuff for a while. And I did early on when I very first did junk journals. I did an Asian themed one, and without really giving it much thought, really, to be honest. And since have decided that, yeah, maybe I need to think about that a little bit before I just start really mixing cultures, I guess. So I've since, in the last year, collected a whole bunch of stuff, randomness that is, you know, that is Asian themed. And I wasn't sure if it was Chinese or Japanese or what. And a friend of mine asked me to do a Japanese themed journal. So I went to another friend of mine who is from Japan and took her my box of stuff, and I said, okay, tell me what of this I can use for a Japanese themed journal. Because again, I don't want to cross culture, and I don't want to be offensive to anybody. So just something to keep in mind when you're working with different cultures. Not just Asian cultures, but, you know, African American cultures and all that. Just something to keep in mind. Because you don't want to, certainly don't want to offend anybody. So I took my box of stuff to her, and she was so very helpful to go through it and say, this is Chinese, this is Japanese, this is India, you know. I was very appreciative of that. So, and it just so happens, of course, I have a handful of different books that are in foreign language, these old vintage books, and it just so happens this one is a Japanese artist. So, yay, look at all the Japan writing that I have to work with. I was pretty stoked about that. So, yeah, pretty stoked about that. I need to find another page with just a little bit of writing on it. Here we go. Well, maybe. Here we go. So I'm just working on, I haven't got my papers picked out. I've got my cover well, I've got my book covered. I haven't got my cover done, but I've got my book covered in this swan, and then on the inside cover these Asian paintings. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm thinking for the cover, I'm going to go with, this is what I'm thinking. This is a little scrap. I've got this this is origami paper from Japan. I'm thinking this, and then I've got this set of chopsticks that fits along the spine perfectly. So we'll work that in. So that's kind of what I've got going on for the cover. So I'm just kind of working on little ephemera pieces. And like I said, I haven't picked out my papers yet. So I kind of am doing this backwards from how I normally do this. Normally I would kind of work on the cover, but I would pick out my papers before I even really started on any ephemera. So we're kind of doing this one a little backwards, but that's okay. We're okay with that. I don't know what I'm going to do with these little tackies yet, but I'll let them dry and then we'll go from there. So, I have these 4 little ladies here. And I have these 2 origami pieces. Let's see if we can cut them out. Again, I don't know where all of this stuff came from. It's just been in my stash and I've been collecting it in a box that's Asian themed. Yeah, I think I like that. And this one. It is Sunday. Got nothing going on. Laundry's tossing around in the dryer. I worked yesterday mostly on a quilt that I've decided to start on for some reason. I got a bug in my whatever you call it, and started working on a quilt. It's a rag quilt with flannel, and it's doing really good. It's working pretty good, and I kind of like it. I'm gonna use this. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is it's kind of slightly embossed. It's got the fans on it. It was inside a card, wherever the card went. But I'm just going to leave it alone as stationery. Yeah, just leave it alone as a piece of stationery. Okay, I need to back these. What can we back them on? That takes up too much of that. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Envelope here. get my seat situated here. Let's see here. If I do that, okay. We'll try it and see what becomes of it. It's not really thick, but that's okay. Let's just see what we got here. My desk is a horrible mess right now. But that's okay. I gotta decide if I want to do that. Let's just trim it here first. So what is everybody working on for December? I know ephemera is going on. And I know my friend Mary Ellen is doing a December daily. Be sure, she's over at Red Parrot. She's doing a December daily that has like a daily self-care, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here if we can do this kind of even. She's doing a December daily that has like a little self-care with it, and it's got a little a make and a self-care with it. So I am not committing to anything for December. Mainly because I started on that quilt and I just didn't want to do that. I don't know why I'm compelled to keep this little flap, but I am. Let's see here. I just am. As far as other December things going on, I'm not aware of any other. Like I said, there's ephemera, and it's put on by Louisa Heinzel and 49 Dragonflies, I believe. Not 100% sure on that. Now that I start saying it out loud, it's like, what's going on? And then, like I said, Mary Ellen over at Red Parrot is doing a December daily. So there's that option. Maybe I can do another one. I think I probably can. But I'm not committing to any challenge for the month. I just finished up the 2 challenges for November, which is the Trovember and the Junk Journal Round Robin that me and Cindy and Mary Ellen did. So I just finished up those, so I have plenty of ephemera. So I don't need to be making any more ephemera, just to be making ephemera. And I think January I do the Junk Journal January, so I'll just quote unquote take a break in December. I don't know why I thought I could get straight. You know, sometimes yeah, wishful thinking. Okay, moving on. I have these 2. I have some origami paper that, let's see, I love that. I think it's so pretty. So pretty. I like this one with this. I kind of like her with one of these 2. This has ginkgo on it, and her dress has ginkgo on it. I need to back these before I get too much further into this. I need to work on backing material. It's like I don't have anything. I mean, I know I do. Don't we all? It's kind of thin. This kind of thick. That's what I want. Let's see if I got some more. Oh, I do. I do. Carrying on, carrying on, carrying on. Okay, let's back these two, and then we'll decide what we want to do on them. Okay. All the way up to the edge. Less trimming that we have to do. Okay, got glue on my hands. Okay. Can't decide if I want to fussy cut her or if I want to leave her whole like that. And let's see if we can put some just pick one shell. I was hoping that was wide enough, but it's not really. Trying to piece together like a bigger journal card is what I'm thinking on this one. Let's just see. I have done something to this nerve right here in my hand, and woof, it's causing me pain. Do we like that? Do we want to trim her out more. Do we want to? I'm stuck on the cutting the corners like this for this journal. I don't know why. It just, rounding corners didn't sound right, like what I needed to do. So I was like, okay, gotta do something. I think I kind of like that. Let me trim this edge though. Probably gonna have to back this to something thicker. It's kind of thin. Yay. Maybe try not to, but give her a little bit of ink around her edge. And I've got to line her up to where she doesn't, her edge doesn't follow that mountain line. I need to go up above it or down below it or something, because that's throwing me off. Yeah. If there's something I can do down here in this corner to kind of cover up. No. I was thinking to cover up this area that I don't have anything. How about this? This is truly a junk journal. Like I said, I've truly got a whole bunch of random stuff. Does it look like I'm covering something up that way? What do you think? I don't think so. Although we can do that. Do it on the back side. I do it on the back side. Let's see here. I need to trim it up a little bit better. And I am going to have to back it on something a little more sturdy. It just feels real flimsy. Probably should have done that in the first place. Laundry's done. I don't really have like a color scheme going on with this journal. I'm just kind of gonna use, it's gonna be kind of like a commonplace journal because it's gonna be very random. You know, I mean, I've got cartoon and I've got, you know, this more floral, and I'm just gonna kind of do a mishmash. I think that will be okay. I think it will be okay. And again, I haven't figured out my papers yet, so I'll just kind of go with. Okay, I like that. And decide if I'm going to put it on the back side. We can trim that and do it kind of like that. You know, why not? I'm going to use Weld Bond because it's kind of a cardboard. I want it to stick down real good though. Yeah, I kind of like that. Moving on to the next one. Do I want to do the same kind of thing with this one? And where's my girl? There she is. I kind of think she needs to be on this one because it's kind of like a scenery. So we'll save that for another day. And we'll just go ahead and back this one on. Folder. I actually should probably put down some Japanese. We'll put it. We'll figure it out. We do like we did last time. Oh, did I put that upside down? I did. Okay. We will go up top with it. Get it together, Shell. Get it together. Get it together. She can go up here. Trim her corners. And give her a little bit of ink. Okay. And let's see if we can trim us up. You can always trim her down, but I kind of like that, so. Let's see if we can cut semi-straight. Okay, let's see here. Come down like that with her. And we're going to try to cut semi-straight across. And down. What do we think? These kind of go together. One's bigger than the other, but that's okay. I kind of like those. If I had something ginkgo, I could tack it on the back side. Maybe I'll come across something. But for now, we'll leave it as is. I think I'm good with that. So those two big cards, these two little flap cards, just because they're weird and why not. And we have this little stationery page. And then these two that I was working on when I first turned on. So I'm good with that. Fun. I'm going to continue to piddle around with this stack of stuff and see if there's something else I can come up with. And I'll just kind of go from there. So thanks for joining me as I piddle around a little bit. Again, it's a kind of a quiet Sunday. I'm not doing much, but working on some pieces for this journal and seeing what else I can come up with. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next time around. December, I know I've got a couple of Tuesday 10s floating around that I'm going to work on. And other than that, I'm not doing any challenges, so I'll just have a random mix of stuff for December. So, but I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere, so we'll see you soon. Bye for now.